Manny Rivera, assistant wrestling coach, University of Virginia. Been in wrestling now, I'd say about almost 26 years, or no, 16 years. 26 years old now. So just a little bit on diet in here for, I guess, wrestling specific more than anything. Just a few of the do's and don'ts I could think of right now. I think a common misconception for a lot of the younger wrestlers in the high school range, they don't eat. They skip meals, and it's a big don't in wrestling. Anytime you skip a meal, it's going to hurt your performance in practice and especially in competition. So that's kind of one of the biggest misconceptions you see, and one that a lot of people are guilty of. I was guilty of it myself, and as I went through and got into college, you can't afford to have a bad match. You can't afford to have a bad practice. So you always got to have your fuel. So I think kind of a basic rundown of a diet is proper diet when you're training, a couple times a day and you're competing every weekend, is you typically want to be eating 4 meals a day, normally smaller meals. And basically it's you break it down kind of as your day would go on. So you wake up, and some people like to have like a piece of fruit, maybe a piece of toast, or even like a cup of, 8 ounces of juice or Gatorade or whatever. And then you get your workout in. Typically we're probably running and lifting in the morning, so you get done with your lift, and then you want to refuel your body again there. You got another practice coming up, so you get a nice good breakfast, you get protein, you get even some carbs. You got to have that energy for later on. You get your lunch in, you get a nice solid lunch. Typically I'd always just try to eat something lean, like a chicken breast or something like that. And then you'd have your wrestling practice in the evening, maybe around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever it is. And then after that one, that's when you really gotta, you gotta refuel your body. You already had a couple workouts. If you're doing a hard wrestling practice, your body drains pretty good. So, you get something in. Again, I'd look for some lean meat, some pasta. Something pretty healthy there. Not too fatty, nothing like that. And then at the end, I'd always have something before I went to bed. Maybe a small bowl of cereal. Maybe something like that. I guess small bowl of cereal is not normally I like to do, but I guess that's kind of a typical day. And then just kind of being conscious that you got to constantly refill your body. It's more of what you put in your body so you could use it when you're trained, when you compete. It's kind of the idea you want to have, instead of having it so I'm gonna skip a meal so I make weight. That's the wrong mentality, I guess. So kind of basic rundown there.
And is there a tip out there for the younger youth that's getting into the sport? A tip that you might want to give them that's going to help them either help them with their nutrition or performance?
Yeah, I think one kind of thing to look out for is I think there's